day. From Lumen Field in Seattle, this is the National Football League.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. Now Hester will get a shot. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice. Is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. Second and 4. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. That catch good for only a couple. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here. Touchdown, Bears! A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Second and 6. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 42. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down now, it's Reed. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll try the left side. Reed. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. And to give this time to the tailback. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but the only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Returnable here for Hester. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Second and 11. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll bring this one inside the 35.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team can have any more confidence in handing him the football.
Him in stride. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. These two teams all tied after one. Back to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown! From 21 yards away. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That time a 6-play drive. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Hester going to decide against a return, and they will spot this at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now they try the right side here. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return will stop right around the 25. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Two minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. On 2nd down, it's Reed. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try again, and he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it, and I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. And did he get in? Yes, they say it's a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Seahawks add on to their lead. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. 5 plays there on that drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Hester going to decide against a return, and they will spot this at the 25. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. The throw over the middle, taken in.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Hudson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2nd and 5. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here's a 2nd and 7. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hudson. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
On second down now, it's Reed. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Second and 14.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Back to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And the Seahawks are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now Hester will get a shot. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game.